Hi, I'm Jennifer Hatfield, Government Affairs Associate with the APSP, and I'm here today with Paulette Petrick, Deputy Executive Director for NESPA. And we're going to ask her a few questions today regarding the Government Affairs program for NESPA. Could you give us some highlights on successes that NESPA has had in the 2009 year?
Yes, I can. I can give you a couple of them, and basically they're built on relationships that we've had or made with the state of Connecticut. They are struggling right now with a couple of issues with licensing as well as with the new codes that are in place. And we are able to work with the state, and they are able to call us so we can work through that and get some changes. And we now have found out with the portable hot tubs, we were struggling a little bit with them meeting the VGB requirements and the suction entrapment. We now know that for portable hot tubs, we can possibly apply for a variance and get those hot tubs to be approved, even though they are not meeting the strict letter of the law in the state of Connecticut. That was one of our first successes. Another success we've had there with our licensing program, they have to have continuing education hours for the license to keep the license going. And there was a misstep in the state government, and they revoked all the licenses because of continuing ed credits. So we called them up, talked with state officials, they got new letters out to everybody, and now everybody's okay, and all the licenses were reinstated. So that was one of our major successes. We've had a couple other successes with state of New Jersey as well as Pennsylvania. New Jersey, we are the approved provider of educational training for the code officials. So now we are out there training the code officials on swimming pools.
Many states are adopting or in the process of adopting the 2008 NEC. What implications and issues have you had with this adoption?
The major implications we've had, 2 of our states have adopted the 2008 code. And the major problem is about getting the code officials to understand the change between 2005 and 2008, not so much our people who are out there building the swimming pools. The key consideration is there's a couple of issues with the equipotential bonding grids. And again, it's about portable hot tubs. They are requiring a grid under that portable hot tub, even though it's not really necessary, according to most of the electrical experts out there. So what we're trying to do is work with those states and get them to understand that portable hot tubs have their own set of standards and are built in certain ways, and there is no problem with stray electricity if the hot tub is installed properly.
Many states are in the process of adopting the 2009 I-codes. What is the status in the states NESPA represents?
Well, the status is kind of interesting. We had 2 of our states, New Jersey as well as Pennsylvania, adopt the 2009. But what happened with a new governor coming into the state of New Jersey, they froze all of the codes and any movement of any legislation that's been going forward. So we're kind of waiting on pins and needles to find out what the new governor is going to do with the code. Once he gives a nod, we're all systems go on the 2009. Pennsylvania has an interesting twist as well. They adopted the 2009 code January 1. It went into effect this year. But there's 2 bills that are in the legislature right now trying to get the whole 2009 code revoked and go back to 2006. Pools are not the issue on why it's being, the legislation is there. The issue is that there's new requirements for sprinkler systems in residential homes, and this is causing about $10,000 to $15,000 extra to build a new home, and they're worried about the money situation. So we're kind of waiting to see what's going on with that. Connecticut is in the process of, or they just adopted their 2009 code, but not to be confused with the 2009 IBC and IRC. Really, their code is a series of amendments and supplements that have been put on the 2003 IBC and IRC, with some variations and a little amendment here and there. So we're following them, but we're in good communication with them and working very closely with them. New York, they're kind of a little bit behind. They're in the 2003 IBC and IRC, so they are still requiring suction vacuum release systems, and we're working with them to find out when they're going to be working on their latest code adoptions, their newest code adoptions.
What other issues do you foresee on the horizon for 2010?
I see two things mainly. The first will be energy issues. Connecticut has already adopted energy legislation, and that will be going into full effect come 2010. But I also see some things going on with licensing in Connecticut as well. And what we're doing is we already have a service license out there now. What we're trying to do is establish a builder's license, similar to the one in Florida and I believe in Texas that they've been working on. And so we're working with the powers that be in the state of Connecticut. They are receptive, and we will be using the course materials from APSP to drive that program forward.
Well, thank you, Paulette. Well, and that's it for our NESPA GR update, January 2010.
APSP and NESPA work together to keep members and the industry informed on important governmental and public policy issues that impact the pool, spa, hot tub, and recreational water industries. APSP is launching an all-new government relations advocacy network and invites you, its members, to participate. To become a part of this very exciting grassroots movement, please join myapsp.org, the Pool and Spa Professionals Industry Network, the association's online community meeting place and resource center for pool, spa, and hot tub professionals. After registering on the site, you'll want to join your individual state industry group. In your state group, government relations resource links, special announcements, and grassroots networking are all hosted here. To learn more about the Government Relations Advocacy Program, visit Jennifer Hatfield's blog on myapsp.org.